Aries, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next 4 weeks. All right, let's start with your main energy. Okay, your first message today is nothing is yet set in stone. You have got the mutable moon. There is a situation here that you think it's over, a situation which you think you've seen the outcome of, but that instead it's still changing today, still mutating today. And it's true, there is an element here that creates some sort of blockage, and it's not perhaps allowing for something to happen. But you will be surprised to hear that you actually have more control over the situation that you might be thinking right now. So let's see what this message is about, and let's start with your reading. Okay. All right. There is something here that, is bugging you, Aries. This could be you or your person overall. Keep in mind that energies go both ways. But overall, if this is you, you are having a hard time letting this go. You keep focusing on it. And perhaps the more you do, the more questions you start having regarding this event. This is something that the other person might have said or might have done, and it clearly goes against your initial values, expectations, the ones that we see here with the Hierophant, the things that you stand for and what you were envisioning for this situation. This is making you think, I didn't really sign up for this. And honestly, I don't know if I want to keep working on this relationship anymore. But this Two of Swords, it's telling us that you are feeling conflicted as to what to do next at this point. Whether this is something that just happened or something that has happened in the past and that now for some reason is resurfacing and you are thinking about it again, we'll have to clarify to see why. When someone who you believe in, who you trust, just ends up disappointing you like this, it's hard to recover from that because it completely changes the dynamic in the situation. It's hard to just love and trust with the same ease that you might have had at first. And now you might find yourself thinking, even if we work things out, even if we move on from this, will I be able to be the same person, to trust, to not check their phone perhaps, or wonder where they are? Is that really who I want to be from now on? Also, in case nothing major has happened here, and the only issue is that there is always a background of doubts when you are with this person because they might not show a lot of affection or need for long-term goals. They always make you question what their real intentions are. This is still something that doesn't make you happy, nevertheless, because it's starting to make you feel needy, perhaps, and you're not needy. And so you are not sure what to do, although you might already know the answer to that question. If you let go, forget about these doubts, and give the relationship another chance, you're afraid that you're not going to be able to be yourself again. But if you move on without them, you're afraid that you're going to regret that choice and start missing the person, perhaps. This is simply being stuck in a limbo, Aries, and we need to dig deeper in order to understand why this happened and what moves you might have to make now in order to make sure that you're not going to regret your decision whatever it might be. But I can already tell you that the issue right here might actually be a blessing in disguise. In the middle of the reading, Queen of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Fool. Regardless of what you are going through with your previous situation, we actually see movement here and a very exciting time ahead of you after all. What we see here is that this break, this time apart, it's something that could actually be very, very positive for you in the end. And I'll tell you why in a second. But for now, we have new opportunities coming your way from unexpected sources as well. You're entering a phase of surprises, things that you thought would have never worked out. Right now, they're coming back to you with a positive response, and not in the same way that you initially thought. So this means that it's time for you to look out of the box, get out of your comfort zone, and start something completely different. People from the past might start reaching out. Even people who have disappeared or something that you have applied to some time ago now comes back and it creates a new beginning for you. This is an overall time for learning about a new skill, a new approach, creating a new vision, and learning a lot about yourself as well. And here we start seeing why this break and setback is important right now for you. It feels like you have this belief for which when you have love, you don't have stability. And that makes you want to just give up on the idea of love and just be single so that no one can make you feel unstable in any way. It feels like subconsciously throughout the years at least, you have learned to put your feelings aside in order to keep being stable, in order to keep being this Queen of Wands right here. On top of everything else, that is what you learned. When you open up, as you did with this previous situation, you feel that this is the usual ending that you always have to face, right? And the fact that this is happening again, or that you're thinking about that situation right now, is an indicative that there is something that you need to adjust in your initial approach, Aries. And from what I see here, this might be what that adjustment is about. I sense that when you start a new emotional connection, you have a hard time communicating your expectations, Aries. And not because you are down for anything, but mostly because when you look into the details of a situation, you're afraid that you're not going to find what you're looking for, and that you're going to find reasons as to why you shouldn't pursue this. Afraid that you're going to be disappointed right away. Perhaps here you don't want to ruin the magic of something by uncovering the reality underneath the surface. And if you recognize yourself in this, even if it's just a little bit, the issue here is that you are only postponing an outcome that eventually is going to happen. The advice here is to be very clear and transparent about your expectations right away. Two of Cups, communicating at the beginning of something with the Fool. Don't be afraid to push people away, because the ones that are going to be a match for you, the ones you're going to be happy with, are not going to go anywhere. And I do have to add that these messages in the middle of the reading keep saying, give it a shot, give it another chance. We have seen it with the old opportunities coming your way, and we see it with this connection that we were talking about as well. Something is saying, give it another chance. Look into it once more, talk about your feelings, and at this point, just understand that you have only to gain. So, right here next we have the Empress and the Moon, and the Tower here as well. We see, in fact, that the main cause of the issue might have just been really misunderstandings, things that went unsaid with the Moon that perhaps caused some hurt and that eventually escalated into that disappointing event that you were focusing on and thinking about at the beginning of the reading. At the end of the day, there is a lot of love here. I see someone who is crazy about you, Aries, and someone who really wants to overall talk about this, but who's not finding the courage to send a message, who's not finding the right words overall. Although, when you see the tower, you see someone who is coming in and someone who's about to break the silence, get out of their comfort zone overall. We'll have to see if this is going to be you or the other person. But hey, we have the Eight of Wands as well. Messages coming in, a lot of passion starting up in a situation that you thought was over. So let's see what this is about. Let's flip the reading and let's see what's happening with them, their true feelings, their true intentions. Is this something that can be fixed? How would this connection evolve after a clear and transparent conversation? But also, let's look into the opportunities about to come your way in the next few weeks, and let's see how they're bound to evolve in the next 12 months. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Aries, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute reading. The reading is live. I don't record them. We talk face to face. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well, please. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Aries. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the Seven of Cups. And this is exactly what this person is going through right now. There is someone here who's not finding the words, who wants to come in, but it's very indecisive as to how to come in. They're afraid that perhaps they're going to say the wrong thing, they're going to do the wrong thing, and they're going to fully jeopardize this situation completely. Overall, there is some planning here, but also a lot of insecurities. The Seven of Cups, though, seems to be transforming into the Seven of Pentacles, which talks about something that has a lot of potential, especially considering the Sun card, the World card. We do see the situation evolving completely and finally finding that success, that potential that maybe you thought from the beginning the situation had. And we'll have to see if the reason why this hasn't happened yet, it's because of miscommunication or because of deception. So let's start looking into the other person's energy and let's start seeing what their intentions, feelings are at this moment in time. Let's start clarifying this Nine of Swords. The Tower right there. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Listen, I definitely see here, Aries, that you have gone through a lot actually with this person, and outside of this connection, there is just something here that makes you feel as though love is hard. And you're starting to think that the best thing to do is just be single. It's just focus on yourself, build those emotional walls, because you know what? At the end of the day, you feel at your best when you are single, when you are in control of the situation. But there is a surprise here. There is something that you haven't considered, which can actually change your perception and vision for the situation completely. What we see right here.